Okay, so welcome to our first Rocksteady Results team meeting. So it's pretty exciting to have our first meeting. And I just wanted to go over a couple of announcements at first, and then we're going to hear from Dusty and Marilyn about the team retreat that we just had this last weekend. They were the only two besides Carrie Badger on our team that were there. So we had 3 people on our team that were there. So that's pretty exciting. So just a couple of announcements. I don't know if you saw it in the big group, but tomorrow night is a webinar, a coaching opportunity webinar with Bob Lucido and Shannon Galladay. So I would post about that and invite people to that who you think might be interested in learning more about the coaching opportunity, or those that you would like to work with, those that you would want to have on your team as a coach. So it's going to be an awesome webinar. If you don't know who Bob Lucido is, Shannon did give some information about him and his background. So I just thought I'd just kind of briefly go over that for those of you who aren't familiar with Bob. So Bob Lucido, he is a former lawyer of 20 years. He built a successful law firm, but it was taken over all of his time. So he had no time, and he wanted to spend more time with his family and do things that he loved. And anyway, so someone had introduced him to P90X, and at first he laughed and he thought it was a silly DVD. He didn't want to work out in front of a TV. Well, that silly DVD helped him lose 70 pounds, get his energy back, and then he turned it into $1 million business just 5 years later. So he quit his law practice to be a Beachbody coach, and now he has complete freedom of time. He's less stressed and he loves life. So it's really exciting to have Bob do that opportunity call for our team tomorrow. And then some of the other announcements, March challenge packs that are on sale. I'm not sure if you guys saw that yet. So the new Beachbody On Demand came out, which is awesome. Now people can stream workouts like some of the really popular ones, Insanity, P90X, P90X2, P90X3, some of Shalene Johnson's workouts like Turbo Fire, Shalene Extreme. So now people can actually, pull up these workouts on their phones, their tablets, their computer. So it's pretty neat. And they're doing a challenge pack deal for the online demand with a 30-day supply of Shakeology for $140 this month. So they get 3 months of Beachbody On Demand, basically for only $10. So it's a pretty awesome deal. And then some of the other ones that are on sale this month is Focus T25. It's on sale with 30-day supply of Shakeology for $180. Turbo Fire is on sale this month with Shakeology for $140, which is awesome because normally that one is $180, so it's a really good deal. And then the 3-day refresh with Shakeology is discounted to $140 this month too. So some awesome sales going on this month to definitely take advantage of and let people know about. And then I just wanted to recognize some coaches. So Leah on our team, she's one of the new coaches. She got her business page up and running, so that's pretty exciting for her. And then Kristen, who's also a new coach on our team, she is helping run her first challenge group this month. So kudos for her for doing that. And then, so great job everyone. We're doing really well. So let's turn the time over to Dusty. If you want to go ahead and share your experience and what you learned at the retreat this last weekend, that would be awesome.
Definitely. The retreat was such a neat experience for me. Nervous to get there. I didn't know anybody. I kind of went into this, I haven't met Brianne yet, but we're like friends over Facebook already, and so I was going into this not knowing anybody. And then when I got there, it was just like everyone had known each other for so long because we'd been corresponding through Facebook and messaging. And so you just kind of just melt right in, and everybody just is great. The thing that I want to focus on is we were asked to talk about our goals. Like, what were some goals that we wanted to do within the next year? And one of my goals was, I'm a teacher currently, and the stress that has been put on this year with health issues and then with the school itself, I just find myself miserable, always stressed out, always worrying about my job. And I thought, okay, one of my goals is to try and get a little bit of income coming in through Beachbody so that I could quit teaching by May. And when I said this, Bob Lucido was like, stop. I don't want you to say it like that. And I was like, okay. And he goes, I want you to say, by May, I will replace my income. He's like, that is not stretching it. That is not wishful thinking. That is a completely doable goal. And so I was like, wow, I didn't even really think of it like that. I would have just been happy with a little bit of money coming in. And he just plainly said, no, it is so possible that you can replace your teaching income by May. So right away at the beginning of the retreat, my inspiration and my excitement was just super kindled up. And then when I met with him one-on-one, he wanted me to focus on 2 to 5. And he said, every day I want you to contact 2 to 5 new people you haven't talked to Beachbody about, people that maybe you would never approach about Beachbody. Do it. Approach 2 to 5 each day, whether it's message, calling them up, or whatnot. And then he said to also have 2 to 5 follow-up. So anybody that I've mentioned it to, anybody that I have, talked to it about, and they kind of were like, no, I'm not interested. Each and every day, 2 to 5 follow-up. And just to let you guys know, I came home so excited, started my 2 to 5 on Sunday. I've been doing that each and every day. It's funny, as a teacher, my students are like, they know my excitement because we've been using, we used Bob Lucido's income as a bell ringer because I teach math.
Oh,
and
nice.
So they were like, holy cow, and they figured it out, what he makes per year, per month, per week, per day, per second, and it was just awesome because they're seeing it and they're like, how old do we have to be to join this business? And I'm like, 18. But it's just funny to see, when you're inspired, other people go to you like a magnet. And then that brings me to let me finish that part. With this excitement, I usually have people signing up for challenge packs at the end of the month. That's my big push the last 2 months that I've been a coach. And tonight I had somebody message me and say, my husband's in, he's buying it right now. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is March 4th. This isn't the end of the month, and I'm having somebody buy a challenge pack, and they want a late entry into our challenge that's going on. So when you're inspired and when you're just living what you really love to do, people will come to you. It's like a magnet effect. It's so cool. And I've seen that, and it's only been a few days since the retreat. And then, that, like I said, it brings me to what Leanne Ruff mentioned to us, that when you're doing this business, set hours and set time so that when you're out, you're not like, oh, I'm so busy. I'm just constantly talking to my customers and I'm constantly doing this. No, you're doing this because you love it, and it's an opportunity to do something out of an office, out of behind of a desk, or somebody's always breathing down your neck about getting stuff done at work. This is your business, something that you're doing to live a healthier life and lifestyle and be with your family and do those things that you only dreamed of, and now you're making them a reality. And so when you're talking about Beachbody, have that energy and excitement, because that is what will bring people to you if you're not, bogged down by stress and time. So devote time to your business and have set time, and then go and live your life like you've been wanting to do, and it will all work out.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Dusty. That was awesome. I could just totally sense your enthusiasm. So I'm so glad you went to that retreat. I'm so jealous too because Bob is amazing. But I'm so glad you went, and thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
That was awesome. Okay, Marilyn, did you have some stuff you would like to share with us about your experience at the retreat?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great. I was very excited when I found out that they were going to be doing this here in the Valley, and putting together a few days, and that Bob Lucido would be coming in, and also Leanne would also be coming in from corporate. So it was really a full 2 to 3 days here. We had bonfire chats where we had a chance to share our whys, and Bob was very generous to take some time with each one of us and talk about our why and what we needed to do to strengthen it or build it or where it might go from here. And so I appreciated, focusing in on that for just a little bit. And then the next day we had a breakfast. Excuse me, I'm sorry. We had a really good workout first thing, and then we had breakfast, and then Bob Lucido did some training at that time, and then we had a variety of activities like putting together dream boards, but Shannon also put together an activity in which we had the opportunity to see what maybe our different roles are that we would play within our teams so that we could put together a team effort for everybody to succeed. And then to work with the roles that we have, and that being strong in our role will be a plus to our team. And so that was a fun activity and a chance to kind of go, okay, well, what kind of role am I particularly strong at? Am I particularly strong as a doer or a builder or an architect or somebody that knows how to keep the team inspired and uplifted and going? And so we stepped into these different roles and did a little project to see how it would feel, and it was fun having that experience and gave me more insight into what my strengths might be and how I can bring that to the team, and that we could all work together as a team for all of our success. So I appreciated that. And then we had a lovely dinner. We had Leanne Russ do some training, and then Bob Lucido also did a business opportunity meeting that evening after dinner, and that was a lot of fun too, because he went back in and explained how Beachbody got started and the key players involved and how they kind of all fell into place and brought their strengths together to form Beachbodies, and then the importance of being able to share that business plan with the people that we come into contact with, that it's not only just selling challenge packs, it's not only just retail, but we do want to build teams, and that when we know what our business is about, and we know what our strengths are in the business, and that we know what the opportunities are in the business, then you have something that you can really present to people. And he stressed the importance of wanting to build teams, because that's where the greatest amount of productivity is, and the greatest financial stability that you're going to build for yourself. And I appreciated him sharing that. And he also talked about different things that we can do to build our business. He said that our business, it becomes our way of life. He says you don't necessarily have to go out there and schedule a bunch of appointments, but he says leave yourself available and open to meet people, and to, when the opportunity presents itself, being willing to share the business with the person, whether you're working from a fitness program or Shakeology, or people who are looking for, they have financial needs. He says, don't be afraid to put that out there too. You don't have to just focus on the workouts or the challenge packs or the Success Club. Put out there that people if you see that there is a financial need there, to share the business with them on a financial level as well. And so that when he got through presenting all that, you realize that, well, there's a lot of opportunity here, either through the challenge packs or through having a retail business, having your discount buyers, as well as signing coaches who want to be business builders, to people who are looking for financial opportunities. And he says, and he said, the way our system is set up, having this binary system, he said that people coming in at different places, that if they're using the product on a regular basis, like even an emerald level, who isn't necessarily a business builder, but it can bring in $800 a month to somebody who's in the system, who is plugged into the system, and who is using the product. And he says $800 a month for somebody might just make all the difference in the world. So he says never underestimate what you have in the way of your financial opportunities, as well as the health and fitness opportunities that are available to people. And he talked about things, different things that we could do, like he had his 10-50 rule. He says make a contact list of about 50 people. They don't have to be people that you've ever really talked to or that you even particularly know that well. Just make a list of 50 people. And then gradually you make contact with them, then complimenting them on something that they've done, or getting to know them a little bit better online or whatever, until you can take 10 of those, and then you have your list of 10, in which he calls the 10 people in play. And that group of people are the people that you begin to work more one-on-one with. He says you never have to force anybody. It'll come. And he says, but you stay with them. You make yourself available and you stay with them. And he shared some of his experiences with that, especially with his a friend of his who was not interested in being in the business at all, to the point that he even unfriended him on Facebook. He was so frustrated with Bob, coming around and making reference to this. But eventually he did become one of Bob's coaches. He's a good friend. He became one of his coaches, and he ended up being extremely successful. And so they all have a good laugh about his friend unfriending him on Facebook. Mm-hmm. So he says you just have to, you don't force people to do anything, but he says you get to know them, and you make this a lifestyle so that you can present opportunities when they're available to them, and you just are friendly and good to people in general. So I really appreciated that opportunity to have Bob there. I feel like he touched on a variety of things all the way through the whole course, anything from developing our why to knowing our business and what our financial opportunities were, to how to share, how to structure our business so that we can be moving forward. Talking about, the 50-10 rule, and he says personally sponsor a coach per month, hit Success Club 5 or 10 each month, and he says, and then you want 1 business partner, 2 sales, and then rank up every 90 days. So he says take a simple format and then just find how it works for you. But those are your basic goals to follow. So he kept it simple. He kept it manageable. He was very, positive about things and reassuring. And I thought I just enjoyed listening to everybody tell their whys and their stories, the reasons that they were doing Beachbodies. I felt like there was just a wonderful contribution all the way around from everyone. And of course, Shannon and Tricia all, did a great job in putting the retreat together, and made a lot of sacrifices for all of us to be able to do this. So I just appreciated everybody. Leanne was wonderful with her 15 points of leadership. And so anyhow, I just thoroughly enjoyed myself and felt like it gave me a chance to really focus on myself and my business for a little bit without a lot of distractions, which I felt kind of really reinforced what I wanted to do. And it was, like I said, it was just really great to meet people. We were kind of from all over different places here, anything from Utah to some I can't think of her name, Julie. I think she came in from the Boston area along with Bob Lucido, and then we had up in Show Low, and those of us that are here in the East Valley, and of course Shannon coming in from California. So we had kind of a nice broad spectrum of people coming, and it was just really nice, just really nice.
Great. Well, thank you for sharing that. That's it sounded amazing. I think Bob, he's been doing this for a while. He has so much knowledge to share. So I think it's any chance you can. They do have Team Bearcat, which is the name of Bob's team, is called Team Bearcat. He does have calls Monday nights to help his team, which we are a part of his team. So if anybody's interested in getting on those calls, I can make sure to send the information to you, because he really is amazing. So thank you both for sharing that with us. I'm sure you guys are, I mean, from hearing from both of you, it really seems like that experience just like pumps you up. It's like, and personal development, that's what personal development will help you do too. It just keeps that enthusiasm, keeps you excited about things. And there's lots of different ways to get that personal development, whether it be with like the books, or finding either a book on audio, like Shannon has sent me the Slight Edge book on audio. And so I've been able to listen to that in the car. I stuck it on my phone. So I've been able to listen to that in the car sometimes. So there's lots of ways to get personal development in, even from YouTube. Like a lot of the top coaches have YouTube videos that they put out there for everybody to watch. So you guys, we can learn so much. We can always keep that enthusiasm as long as we're getting in the personal development every day. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, but thank you guys so much for sharing your experiences with us. Does anybody have any questions about anything about the sales this month, or just about your business, anything in general that you would like to talk about?
Well, I think I'm good. I'm a little talked out right now.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining the call tonight. It was seriously so awesome. So we will start having these calls every Wednesday night, and then for those that can't make the calls, I'll be recording them so you guys can listen to the replays when you're able to. So thanks again, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, bye guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.